Mr. Visconti on Maple Leaf Gardens versus Melvin Bain. What's the status of this case?
Your Honor, this case was set over from the pretrial. Mr. Bain indicated at the previous hearing that he thought that he would be able to get caught up with his remaining balance prior to today's date. I don't believe that's been received as of yet, Your Honor.
Mr. Bain?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the status of
Well, I just got a new job. I get paid every 2 weeks. What I was trying to do is let them know that I'm trying to get some money. All right. I think I get a few dollars this Friday. And I was trying to, I'm trying to make a payment because I get paid every 2 weeks, and I want to know I could be able to send some money in on that bill this Friday.
what's the outstanding balance, Mr. Visconti?
Your Honor, we have Mr. Bain made a payment of $800 back on the 17th, left him with a balance of $380.68 for rent to retain and $175 for court costs for a total of $555.68.
Can you, if I give you 2 weeks, can you pay, if I sign a judgment writ to issue March the 9th, can you pay the $555 between now and March the 9th?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I will be able to do that. I'll be able to send some money. I've been give about $200 this Friday, then I'll pay the rest of it by then.
All right, and then you got to pay your March rent too.
Yes, ma'am. I know that. Like I said, I just got a job. I get paid every 2 weeks. And can I ask you one thing, ma'am? Is
Yes.
I like to, if I can I get it paid? Can I pay on a Friday? Because that's when I be getting checks. And I want to know, can I
You
pay?
can work that out. We have the Brandy do you know Miss Conway?
Yes, ma'am.
Work it out with her. You can work out something to pay on Fridays with her, okay?
Okay, cool. But I would give her $200 this Friday coming up. I could be able to do that towards the bill.
Okay, perfect. And then you'll owe the $355 that you got to pay before the 9th, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Okay, good. All right, you're all set then for today.
All right, thank you. You have a good day.
You're welcome. You too. Mr. Visconti, did you have anything else?
I do, Your Honor. I have West Village Estates versus Crumbly, Huron Estates versus Jackson and Widmer.
But let's do the Huron Estates versus Jackson. We have Miss Jackson on.
So is I'm free to leave the video?
You are free to leave. Yes, you are.
All right, thank you. Yep.
Thank you. Yep, have a good day. Miss Jackson?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay. Mr. Visconti, what's the status of this case?
Your Honor, this is a termination of tenancy action, and it's based upon failure to properly maintain the home and the home site. In particular, Your Honor, there's a lot of stuff stored outside that should be stored inside. At the last hearing, there was talk that we could do a consent judgment that would allow the defendants to remain in possession of the property, provided they got the lot cleaned up. Bob Cost, who is the manager of the property, sent some photos over this morning that would still indicate that there's a lot of outside storage of toys and bikes, and there's just a lot of stuff that needs to be cleaned up. I believe that Mr. Cost, Your Honor, is still willing to enter into a consent judgment in this matter, but that stuff's going to have to be cleaned up soon.
Yeah, the guy didn't come till late last night, and I've been out here this morning, like throwing as much. I didn't come back till he de-thawed my pipes because you can't really live with much water. And now I noticed he didn't do the area between the porch and the patio, but I am out. I don't know if you can hear the wind blowing, but I'm out here like right now trying to rush and do it this morning because I didn't want to come back till the water was back on. And he came late yesterday afternoon, like early evening hours.
Do you want me to adjourn this, Mr. Visconti, till April the 6th? That gives...
maybe not quite. Is that okay with you, Bob? Okay. If it's okay with Mr. Cost, it's okay with me. And then what we'll do in the interim, Your Honor, is I'll draft a consent judgment And my hope is that we'll be able to submit that prior to April 6th. That'll give
That's
Ms. Jackson.
perfect. I'm gonna set it April the 6th at 10 a.m. And if you get it taken care of, it'd be by Zoom. If you get it taken care of before then we'll be good. All right?
Okay.
So
Thank you,
we're
Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Koss, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. You're all set.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Mhm,
Bye.
bye. And then what else are you on, Mr. Visconti?
Your Honor, another one that was adjourned over from last week is West Village Estates versus Crumbly.
Yep. And I don't think that I have, is Miss Crumbly on?
Yes, yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Thank you. And what's going on with this case?
Your Honor, at the previous hearing, we noted that Ms. Crumbly had filed a CDC declaration and was seeking financial assistance from DHHS. I don't believe there's a dispute as to the amount that's owed at this point, which is significant, Your Honor. We show an arrearage through the month of February of $12,270.46. And then we have our costs in this case of $153.50 for a total of $12,423.96.
Mhm.
But she filed the CDC?
She did file a CDC declaration, Your Honor.
Well, so what do you want me to, go ahead, Miss,
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I just wanted to let them know that I did the screening process for Wayne Metro. They said they're waiting on funding to let you all know that the funding is supposed to be in here in March. And also I did a SER with DHS. So I'm waiting on to hear something from that because I recently sent in the last little judgment here that they wanted me to sign, but it was dated for it to have payment in by the 5th, and that is not going to be possible with waiting on the fundings from them. So that's why the money judgment thing is not signed from last week. So I'm just waiting on funding basically from them. And that's where I'm at with that. And if that shouldn't fail because I already did the screening process with Wayne Metro. So I am going to receive help. They're just waiting on the funding.
Mr. Visconti, I propose that I adjourn this to that April 6th date at 10 a.m.
Given that the appropriation still hasn't been completed, Your Honor, I guess that's maybe a little further out than I would want to go. But if that's what the court wants to do on it, given the fact that there is a declaration that's been filed.
There is,
I guess
and so I'm
I
gonna
guess
do
I
the
understand.
April the 6th at 10 a.m.
Thank you.
All
Your Honor.
right, and hopefully it's taken care of before then.
It will be. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
And then, I have a couple other cases did you say you're on the other West Village and the other Huron Estates?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah,
and I
but you
think
gotta
those were-
hang out because they're set at noon.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, Mr. Katz,
Yes, Your Honor.
on Pinewood Circle versus Dietz Johnson.
Yes, and I think John, this Zoom.
Pardon?
Oh, see his name, so I'm assuming
Yeah,
he's here.
He's here. He was here
I'm here.
first.
Yeah, we have.
What's the status of this case?
Well, Your Honor, as of today, currently a balance due of $3,277. I don't know what Mr. Johnson's plans are.
Mr. Johnson, have you filed a CDC declaration or have you applied for funds?
Yeah, I had reached out to the EDT program, and they said they was going to notify the Pinewood Village office, and then we resubmitted for help again. But we was planning on having the rent paid by the end of this month.
Do you want me to adjourn this, Mr. Katz, to, let's say 10:30 on March the 9th? And,
Well, Your Honor, I don't have a problem doing a judgment with writ date March the 15th, so we can avoid having to come back.
yeah, we're not doing that right now. When we have these CDC, we're under the impression that would encourage payment. If he is filed, I'm not, and if there's a delay, I can't sign, I'm not
There's no
signing a writ.
CDC,
So,
Well, there's no CDC that I'm aware of at this point. Is there?
well, let's see, he's got to supply it, but he's saying there is. So he's got to supply proof of it by March the 9th. I'm going to put it over to March the 9th at 10:30. You have to supply proof of that or get them paid if you're saying they're going to pay it between now and the end of the month, which is next week.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Johnson?
Okay.
Otherwise, you need
Yeah,
to
I hear you.
appear on March the 9th or take care of it or work it out with them between now and then. All right?
Okay. What time you say March 9th?
At 10:30.
10:30. Okay.
All right, you're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks,
All right.
Mr. Katz.
Thank you.